caught some robbers. It ain't the same today, trying to find a different way. Lord knows we was running wild. Mama and them told us pump our brakes. Took that chance to get my mind right. Long way, doctors in the tunnel. Father, I need life.
What we out here to do?
Which were sealed.
Right, which was sealed.
And there were sealed 144,000.
Hey, we out here to seal the elect, man. Right, to seal the 144,000 Most High willing. Right, to edify our people to come back to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So the Lord is literally visiting Sodom and Gomorrah just like he visited this place.
Right.
Right, you got the Lord sending his soldiers down to afflict Esau, to afflict Israel if they not keeping the commandments, right? So this place gonna get destroyed, man. The Lord is very patient on judging America, right? So give me that Genesis chapter 18, verse 16. That's what I want.
Genesis chapter 18 and verse 16.
You know?
And men rose up from thence.
It say what?
And men rose up from thence.
Right, they rose up. This was Yahushua and the other angels. As Jake turned his hitman, he had shooters with him, coming down and check it out, see what's going on, man. Right, read. Oh, she be up and down and back and forth to and fro. It don't never stop. Right, read.
And looked toward Sodom, and Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him.
Go to verse 20.
Verse 20.
You know?
And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great.
They say what?
Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great.
Right?
And because their sin is very
They
grievous.
say what?
And because their sin is very
Right, they
grievous.
sin is very great. America's sin is being very great, man. And you got Israel, their sin is being very great. As it's slowly increasing all the idolatry and the witchcraft, the Lord is going to soon come down and slay the...
Right.
Hey, brother, you got 2 minutes to know God, about God, brother. You say what? How do you love God? What is love? People say they love God, but don't actually love God. Right? Let me get you got Titus? Get Titus. Bring out Titus. That's the spirit. People say they love God with their mouths, but they works, you see nothing. You see the fruits, man.
Right.
Let me get Matthew chapter 7, verse 15.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse number 16.
The Lord is showing mercy and grace right now. Sooner or later, that mercy is going to run out. That grace period is going to run out. Don't think that because you keep telling your landlord, give me another. Sooner that grace period is going to go out, you got an eviction notice on the door. The Lord is going to put eviction notices on the doors. Sooner or later, you got to get out. You're going to be in the third heaven, looking in the face of Yahushua. Right, read this.
Book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse number 16. They profess that they know God.
It say what?
They profess that they know God.
Hey, brother, you got 2 minutes to know your nationality.
2 minutes.
What's your ethnicity? 2 minutes, brother. You know what Christ
2
look like?
minutes.
2 minutes, brother. And you got to separate.
Right.
You ain't got time for your brothers because you with your enemy, man.
Right.
With the
Right.
she's just Christian and white. She's not righteous. That's madness. Read that again.
Book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse number 16. They profess that they know
They
God.
profess that they know God. Read.
But in works,
But in what?
But in works.
But in works,
they deny him.
they deny him. In works, they deny him. We bring out commandments, right? We bring out history, knowledge.
Right.
They don't want to do the work to actually look it up.
Right.
They just want to assume that they know everything.
Right.
And confess that they know God.
Right.
Confess that they love God.
Right.
But in works, they know nothing.
Right.
They don't show it at all. The fruit show it. Hold that. Give me Matthew chapter 7, verse 15.
The book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15.
Yeah.
Beware of false prophets.
It say what?
Beware of false prophets.
Right?
Which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Right, what's come to you in sheep's clothing, that's really what they are. Right? Not the false prophets, but they come in sheep's clothing. They nothing but wool inside, saying that they know God. Right, read.
But inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Right, you read.
Ye shall know them by their fruit.
And say what?
Ye shall know them by their
And you
fruit.
see our people by their fruits.
Right.
You see how they move.
Right.
You see how they think.
Right.
Because how you think, obviously your actions gonna turn out that way.
Right.
Because you dwell it in your mind. Right. So as you see them saying all these things, I know God, I love God, and Jesus is Lord. Right. You see their actions. You literally see how they move.
Right.
We see what you're doing, man. We see what you eat behind closed doors. Right? Your spiritual food is nothing but crab, lobster, shrimp, all type of abominations. But you're not actually giving the living water. Right. You're not actually eating a lamb without blemish.
Right.
You eating damn just you eating catfish nuggets all day. Right? And just cooking it in vegetable oil. Now your cholesterol super high. Your testosterone low. You got syphilis all in it because you're spiritually jammed up, man. Now you're not bleach. Right, bring that out. Titus.
Book of Titus, chapter 1, and verse 16.
Bring it out.
They profess that they know God, but in works they deny Him.
Right.
Being abominable.
It say what?
Being abominable.
It say being abominable. If you're being abominable, you're not being a sacrifice to the Lord. A righteous sacrifice. Pure. Holy. You're not being set apart, man.
Right.
You got all type of blemishes.
Right.
You got all type of wounds and scars. That's from all the sinning that you've been doing. And the witchcraft that you've been proclaiming up to the Lord. That's all. All the blood that's on your hands, man. Right. How can you be a righteous sacrifice? Let me hold that. Let me give Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Right? Romans chapter 12, verse 1. We got the 7th month that's coming up. That's very spiritual. Right. Right? Our leader literally said that it's going to be righteous spirits on the earth in the 7th month. Mirth, joy, gladness, meekness, peace. Right? Love between marriages. Love between brethren. But hey, it's going to be wicked spirits too, man. It's going to be, hey, sister, 2 minutes, sister. Come on, sister. She reminds me of somebody. I don't know who it is. I do know who it is, but I don't want to say it. Right? But those spirits, hey, how y'all doing, family? Y'all know what Christ look like, family? Quick question. Y'all know what Christ look like?
No.
Let's find out of the Bible. Y'all believe the Bible?
Yes.
Y'all believe the Bible? So why you lying? Because if you read the Bible, you will hear it. Hey, repent and keep the commandments.
Right.
Hebrew Israelites, not African American.
Right.
Right? If you an elder and you being the Lord said rebuke the unwise.
Right.
You out here elderly and talking about some you don't want to hear the Bible. Now your family is following you. You got the blind leading the blind. You got the slow leading the slow. Hey, we jammed up as a people, man. The Lord is gonna visit the earth. Your sin is gonna reach the heavens. And once your sins reach the heavens, that's it. He gonna write your check because that's what you've been paid to get. Damn. That's what you've been paid, man. Right? That's what you're gonna get back. You can't pay that back, man. Bring that out. Oh, Romans. Let me get Romans 12 and 1.
Book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren.
It say what?
I beseech you, therefore, brethren.
I beseech you, brethren. Read.
By the mercies of God.
By the mercies of God. Read.
That you present your bodies.
That you present your bodies as what?
A living sacrifice.
How can you present your body as a living sacrifice when you're being abominable? How? How can you do that? And it's, according to the law, the sacrifices, they gotta be pure, man. Right. Ever be burning before the altar. But you being lukewarm. You being slothful to even get to know your heritage. Right. You being slothful to know what Christ looked like, not the Bible. But you talk about some You talk about some we good. I know what he looks like. They say they do, but they really don't. Because they probably think he looks like Esau. They probably think you like to go to the tree. So how can you be a pure sacrifice, a righteous sacrifice, when you're being abominable? He can't know that.
Continuing on, holy, acceptable unto God.
They say acceptable unto God, being abominable, you're not going to be acceptable, right? You're not going to be appreciated. The Lord has great delight in sacrifice. He's not going to have delight in you if you treat yourself in a uncomely manner. That's all. You just dipping and dabbing in clubs. You dipping and dabbing your blood in the wax. Damn. You damn freaking off on the Shabbat. Right? You damn popping your women. Right? You thinking all type of things in your flesh. Even though you're not even doing it, but you're still thinking it. You're being abominable towards the Lord. Our people need to come back to Him. Right? So as the 7th month is coming, you're going to have all hell breaking loose. Right? Thus says the Lord. It's going to happen. It happens every day. The Lord is known by His judgments. It's going to appear. When it appears, we can't be right? Keep reading.
Which is your reasonable service. And And be not conformed to this world.
And say what?
And be not conformed to this
Right?
world.
The Lord commanded us to be not conformed to this world. Right? If you being conformed to this world, that means you're living under the standards of this world. You living in the standards of Esau. That means that you're not taking the divine order, you're taking order in man.
Right.
That's off.
Right.
That's off.
Right.
How you and Jay like to say I'm a high standard. I'm a high standard man. I'm a high value man. But you're living in the standards of a high man. Alpha. You so-called alpha, but you're living under Esau. You're an underling under Esau. The Lord said, literally don't be an underling of a foolish man.
Right.
And that's literally what we're doing. Right? Read that again.
And be not conformed to this world.
Right?
But be ye transformed
But be ye transformed
by the renewing of your mind.
by the renewing of your mind. That's the precept.
Right.
It's the knowledge of God, man.
Right.
So you got Jake being conformed to this world, living in the standards of this place.
Right.
You living in the standard of eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You think shrimp, crab, and lobster is high quality food.
Bro.
That's you being the standards of this place.
Right.
That's not the true knowledge of God.
Right.
That's off.
Right.
And that's on the spiritual level. Because you eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, that means that you're not actually getting the true doctrine of the Lord. That's not the true feast of the Lord.
Right.
That's the feast of the wicked. This is why Judah didn't want to eat the feast of Holofernes, man. She didn't want to do none of that. That's spiritual. She said, nah, I'm going to eat what my baby prepared for them to eat with. Let's get that. Let's get Judah. Let's get Judah.
Look it up.
That should be chapter, should be maybe chapter 15. Right, go to.
Go.
You see that? I'm right there. I'm looking right at it. Judah chapter 12, verse 1. I'll praise the Lord.
Book of Judas, chapter 12, verse 1. Now then, bring her in various places set, and they that they should prepare for her.
When it start getting good, it start to get real loud. Read that again from the top.
Book of Judas, chapter 12, and verse number 1. Bring it out. Then he commanded to bring her and where his plate was set,
Right.
and bade that they should prepare for her of his own meat.
Of his what?
Of his own meat.
Right, so you got Esau preparing his own meats to Judah.
Gross.
You got Esau doing the same thing spiritually
Right.
and physically, preparing his meats to us.
Right.
The education, the philosophies,
Right.
all the doctrines, and
Right.
heresies that he present towards us, and you got Jake just eating it all up.
Right.
The white man wrote the Bible.
Oh, man.
Right? Damn, King James is a white man.
Right.
Right? All nations can be saved. That's what you eat.
Right.
Esau present that food towards you, all his meats, and he eating it up. Bring that out.
And that she should drink
Get proper drink.
of his own wine. And Judas said, I will not eat thereof.
What she say?
I will not eat thereof, lest there be an offense. For provision shall be made for me of the things that I have brought.
The things that I have brought. Right? We should be eating other things that are out of our own sisters, man. And she was wise. Hey, sister, 2 minutes, sister. Come on, sister. You know what Christ look like? See that? Keep walking. Praying to the Lord. Imagine Hamashiach. You calling on him and he just keep walking. He got a fresh garment on, girdle.
All white.
Right, all white. You just smell nothing but frankincense and spices.
Right.
You calling upon him and he just walking off. And he seen you too. He don't even nod his head. He can hear all things. He can hear you from down the block.
Right.
He can hear you across the street. You know what you thinking.
Right.
He like, nah, man.
I got a precept for that.
Right? Go ahead and bring your precept up.
This is the book of Matthew 7 and verse number 21. Bring it out. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord.
Say what?
Saith unto me, Lord, Lord.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord. Right? It says not everyone. So you got people with fringes on saying, Lord, Lord.
Right.
But hey, best believe the Lord don't have to hear you.
Right.
The Lord don't have to hear your prayers.
Right.
The Lord don't have to take up your sacrifice.
Right.
Read.
Shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. One question, sisters.
One question.
Them sisters, right? The Lord not dealing with lesbians, sisters.
Right.
Y'all gotta repent. You laughing now, but you will weep later.
Right.
Right? And that's crazy. When we say later, that always don't mean next month.
Right.
Or next year.
Right.
It can happen down in an hour or two.
Damn.
But it can happen at any time because the Lord is very patient. That's what we're getting into. Right, keep reading on that though.
Matthew 7 and verse 21. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord,
Right.
shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right?
But he that doeth the will
It
of
say what?
But he that doeth the will.
It say, but he that doeth the will. Somebody that's not being abominable. That's actually being a living sacrifice for the Lord. Doing the works. Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
Which is what?
Which is in heaven.
Right? Our Lord is in heaven. So if you're doing things on earth and not heavenly things, hey, you abominable.
Right.
Read.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Have we not prophesied? Then you're going to have them boasting their works.
Right.
But the Lord is not dealing with both.
Right.
It's of grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashem.
Right.
It's going to justify you in that day.
Right.
Right? And that's what we out here to do. To tell Israel to do the works of the Lord.
Right.
To do the will of the Lord.
Right.
And that the Lord is literally waiting patiently to
Right.
destroy this place. Right? To destroy you if you're not keeping the commandments.
Right.
Of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives.
Right.
Right? Let's get Sirach chapter 5, verse 4. Let's bring that out.
Book of Sirach.
Sirach chapter 5, verse 4.
Book of Sirach 5 and verse number 4. Say not, I have said, and what harm happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering.
And say what?
For the Lord is long suffering.
The Lord is long suffering. The Lord has so much temperance. The Lord has so much patience.
Right.
How he's patiently waiting to destroy the wicked.
Right.
How beautiful is that?
Right.
And knowing that he's very patient. Hey, brother. Hey, I got a question for you. I got a question. Yeah, that's him. I was waiting on you, brother.
2 minutes, brother.
Brother, I was waiting on you. Brother, check it out. Black sweater. Come on, check it out, brother. Come on, brother.
2 minutes.
Come on, brother.
For God.
Come on, brother. All praise to the Most High. Let me get Revelation chapter 1, verse 5. Revelation chapter 1, verse 5. Revelation chapter 1, verse 5. Let me get Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. You get that. Revelation chapter 1, verse 5. And Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Now, you know what Christ looked like, brother? You know what he looked like?
No.
Okay, let's get that. Let's go to Revelation chapter 14.
You're not white,
Book of Revelation.
He said what?
you're not black, you're not white, you're not color. But he is a higher power, though.
You believe in the Bible? Yeah. Let's see how you look at the Bible, man. We're going to find out what Christ looked like, and we're going to find out what the Most High looked like. We're going to see what God looks like, right? Daniel 7:7. Daniel 7:9. Bring this up.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs.
It say what?
His head and his hairs.
His head and his hairs. So it's going to go into the texture of his hair was what?
Were white like wool.
What people today has woolly sheep hair? Woolly sheep hair. Pick it and you can't pick through it. You got to wet it for it. So see that? Read that again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It's saying his head and his hairs were white like wool. Right? This is definitely the description of Christ, right? Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, because he was very wise and our people were stressing him out. Read.
And his eyes were like a flame of fire.
Right?
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
Now, the top of your feet is the same color as your whole body. Yes. The top of your feet is the same color as your whole body. The top of your feet. Yeah, the top of your feet. Right? Your soul. No, I said top of your feet. So that's the same color as your whole body. It said, and his what?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Like unto fine brass. Right? Brass is B-R-A-S-S. What color is brass? Copper. So that's brown. So his feet like unto fine brass. He has woolly hair, sheep's hair, and his feet like unto fine brass. Meaning he was a brown man. So let's see how dark he is. And then freakism music come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass. As if.
As what?
As if.
As if.
They burn and they burn.
So I'll put this in the oven and I'll take it out. What color would it be? Same color. But I put it in the oven. It's dark. Dark. So Christ was a melanated man. Woolly sheep's hair. But they tell you that he got no color, but this scripture tells you, right? So Christ would look like you. You would look like Christ, right? So if I ask you, what's your nationality? What would you say?
Light has never been.
That's good. That's good that you have that mindset, right? That you have that spirit. Now, so Christ was a melanated man. He looked exactly like us. We actually look like him, right? So he has a nationality. If we look like him, what would make you, right? So let's go to Hebrews 7:14. Because he has a nationality, right? He didn't call himself black. That's what they like to say, right? Read it.
Book of Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident,
For it is obvious
that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Sprang out of Judah. Like, look at this sound right here. So what we out here is teaching is that the so-called blacks, Jamaicans, Hispanics, natives and Seminole Indians are the Hebrew Israelites, chosen people of God. Because God made 18 nations of people. And out of the 18 nations of people, he chose one group, one nation, which was Israel.
Right.
Right? And we're the chosen people of God. Christ, he descended from Judah. He'll be a so-called black man. He'll be a Jew. So if we look like him, what would that make us? Exactly, a Jew or Israelite. You understand it? So let's find out, how do we call ourselves these other names? Because if we were the chosen people of God, why are we calling ourselves what man called us? You know about slavery, right?
Yeah.
Let's find out how that happened. Right? Let's get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And let me get Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. Let me get 7 and 6 first.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art a holy people.
Right, so you know about Moses. Read that slow, Rashad. You know about Moses? So Moses is talking to the Israelites. This whole book is written by the Israelites, and this book is for the Israelites.
Right.
People like to say it's written by the so-called white man. But what you find out is the history of your forefathers. This is you find out who you are, who your God is, and what you need to do on this earth. So read.
For thou art a holy people.
Holy means set apart. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
Have chosen who?
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
He said above all people. There's a lot of people that the Lord made. You can see it right here. But on this sign, like I said, 18 nations. Above all people. The Israelites are above all people. We're a special people. We cook the best. We dance the best. We dress the best. Our hairstyle is the best. You got other women of the other nations trying to be like you, sister. You got men of the other nations trying to be like you, brother. They dressing like you. I seen a Chinese man with wigs on. He got wigs, a fro. He got trying to have a mustache like us, and he listen to NBA Youngboy. Trying to be like us, bro. We are the chosen people of God. We dominate sports. We dominate everything. That's golf, baseball, that's hockey, right? We dominate everything. Lacrosse, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. We dominate everything. You know what I'm saying? We're the chosen people of God, man. We're the salt of the earth. So let's find out how we supposed to be above all people, but we in a low state as today, 2025 AD. Let's find that out. Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so Moses is speaking to Israel, saying this will happen if you don't listen to the Lord. Now we finna read about curses, right, and blessings. Let's go to the blessings. Let's go to verse 1.
Verse number 1.
The Lord said, hey, we above all people. But let's see how we can be above all people. Read.
Verse number 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken.
And thou shalt hearken.
Diligently. Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments.
All his commandments.
which I command thee this day.
You have a father in your life, a father in your life? Do he give rules and regulations, commandments in the household?
Yeah, as you supposed to.
If you don't keep them, what will happen?
Shit, I'm grown up to not live with my father, so
You're gonna tonight, hey, you can bring that out too as well. But with your mother, there's rules and regulations, right?
Yeah.
If you don't listen, what's gonna happen?
I was brought up there'll be consequences.
Hey, there's gonna be consequences behind it.
Right.
So the Lord said, if you keep these commandments, read,
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
set thee on high. So when you keep the commandments of your mother's household, she will set thee on high. What's that? You get good grades, you get some shoes, you get some clothes, you may get a new video game. She may allow you to play the video game all night. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff like that. You can watch TV all day. And, you know, you can go out to eat what you want. Go ahead, grab what you want. You know, you be set on high. You're gonna feel real good. That's if you keep her commandments. So the Lord said what? Read that again.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Above all nations, he said it again. So if you keep his commandments, the high power, hey, you'll be above all nations. But for some reason, we're in a low state. Let's see how. Verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass,
It will come to pass, meaning it will happen.
if thou will not hearken,
It will not. This one, it says not. Read.
will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
That what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You heard of generational curses, right? What people today is in a generational curse? What nation of people? Right? So let's go into some curses, right? Let's go into some generational curses. Let's go to verse 54.
Verse 54.
Right.
So that the man that is tender among you and very
It
delicate,
said that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, a man that's, you know, your brother, he's gonna look out for you. He's gonna take care of you when you're in a low state. He's gonna watch over your family if you can't watch over your family. You understand? You see that? So it said the man that is tender and very delicate, what?
his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
What's shooting in the streets?
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
What's robbing your brother?
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Right? So a man that was once truly a brethren towards you, he's gonna have an evil eye towards you. He's gonna see you as an enemy, not as your brother. Right? So you read,
And toward the wife of his bosom.
and toward the wife of his bosom. So if he got an evil eye towards his brother, what you think he gonna do to his wife, his sister? Gonna do a lot of things. Right? Read.
And toward the remnant of his children.
And toward the remnant of his children. So if he got an evil eye towards his brother, wife, and children, what you think he gonna do to his children? What you think he gonna do to his children? If he got an evil eye towards his kids. If he has an evil eye towards his brother, his wife, and his kids, what you think he gonna do to his kids?
I wouldn't say that though. Like that's a different kind of love though. For real.
Evil eye. You know what an evil eye is? Yeah.
I'll say come.
Let's read what the Bible says, right? Bring this up.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Say your father is in your life. And say what?
Which he shall lead.
This is a curse.
Bring it out.
This is a curse that will happen to the Israelites.
Right.
You understand it, brother? So you a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible. You're not keeping the commandments of you not knowing your father. Let's go to verse 68.
Verse 68.
You know what transportation, how we get to America? You know what transportation, how we get to in America? In slavery. What's that? What transportation? Say who? Yeah. You don't know? Slavery?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So you know how we got into America, right? So what transportation? Exactly. Let's do that in the Bible. Let's see what happens. Bring that up.
And the Lord shall bring thee. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord said, I'm gonna bring you into Egypt. The Israelites, first captivity, they were slaves in Egypt. You know about the pyramids and stuff? We built those pyramids. So we were slaves in Egypt. So that's just a trigger word for Israel. You don't listen to me, I'm gonna take you into slavery again. Right? It said with what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
How we get to America?
With ships.
With ships. Right? And you see it in history today. This is prophesied. If Israel don't keep the commandments, I'm going to bring you to slavery again, which we are to this day in 2025 AD. Right? Keep reading on that.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You won't see your homeland again. Right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto your who?
Unto your enemies.
What people slaved us, brother? What nation of people? What they look like? What they dress like? White people. What the Lord say?
And there ye shall be sold unto your
We
enemies.
got enemies today. The education that they give you, your enemies gave that to you. All the knowledge of the Bible, what they tried to proclaim and put out, all the heresies, it's from your enemy. Right? Read.
For bond men and bond women,
Slave men and slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
Ain't nobody gonna save you but Christ himself, who is a Jew. His real name is Yahweh Shah. You understand it? Right? So the only way for you to come back to your heritage is to keep the commandments, and to be saved out of this place is to keep the commandments. You follow me? So your nationality is not African American. It's not black. It's not street nigga. You a Jew. Right. You know about them Jewish man out there? They try to be you, brother. They try to be us.
Right.
That's identity theft.
Right.
That's identity theft, brother.
Right.
You understand? Let me get Jeremiah 14, verse 2. The salt of the earth, brother. They try to be like you, man. They try to be like you. That's your girl, right?
Family.
That's your family, yeah. They trying to be like your wife, brother. Let me get Exodus 22 and 16. We ain't gonna hold your time up, but this is a mystery. And the mystery is only given to the chosen people of God, the elect. It's not given to everybody. So it's a blessing that you hear and you stop and listen to the words of the Lord. It's not many people stop.
Right.
So that's not the law.
Book of Exodus chapter 22 verse 16.
Bring it out.
And if a man entice a maid that is not
It
betrothed,
said if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, promised to a man, engaged, right? So if a woman is not engaged and he entice her,
and lie with her,
and lie with her,
he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
he shall invest in her. So you lay down with the woman, that is your wife. That is a commandment. See, today we just pass our women around. So that's your wife and you her husband. And I see you taking care, you doing your business. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. You keeping that. You know what I'm saying? That's a commandment that you keeping. A lot of brothers don't keep it. Because the Lord ain't dealing with no boyfriend, girlfriend, and friends and benefits. He's dealing with a wife and husband. Right? You gotta leave the household. Right? That's one. Right? So let's get another one. Let's get Leviticus 11 and 7.
Let me get
One more commandment.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the
And
swine,
the swine is the dietary law.
though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
So you swine, you know what that is? The swine, it's pork. So you eat pork?
Do I eat pork? No, actually I don't.
You don't eat catfish?
I eat
Catfish? Right. Okay, so the Lord is saying don't eat pork, right? Go to verse 9.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the water,
I'll tell you what to eat out of the waters.
whatsoever have fins and scales.
Whatsoever have fins and scales. Do catfish have fins and scales? No, they only got fins. So according to the Bible, you can't eat it. According to the Most High God, you cannot eat it. Understand? Right, so keep reading.
Continuing on. In the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right, them shall you eat. Whatever have fins and scales. So you eat shellfish, catfish, or shrimp, crab, lobster, all those things. You can't eat it according to God. This is why we in captivity today.
Right.
Understand it? So before you go, what's your nationality? Judah, that's right. You're a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
We're gonna give you a flyer, brother. Right? Check that out. You got a what type of gender child you have?
boy.
You got a boy or son? Hey, he's raising a king. That's a prince, man.
I'm king myself.
Exactly, you're a king. Only kings raise kings, brother. Right? All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Let me get 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2. All praise to the Most High. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 2.
First Peter, chapter 5.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's your name, man?
Man.
Jermaine? I got a cousin named Jermaine. He crazy, too. Crazy. He took a bullet out his foot.
Oh my lord.
Crazy man. Crazy man. Right? So I got a question for you. What's your nationality, man?
Well, same as yours.
Same as mine. But what do you call yourself? You the same as me, that's true. But we may call ourselves two different things. I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
Yasharab.
Right? Yasharab.
Right.
Yahweh.
Right.
What's your ethnicity? What's your nationality? Black. That's a continent. See how we said two different things? African American, that's two continents though. You call yourself the last name of a white man. You descend from a white man? They can't birth a melanated baby. They can't birth a Negro. It's gonna come out looking like a damn creature. Right? Blue-eyed demon.
Right.
So, hey, what now? Me calling myself a Hebrew Israelite, a tribe of Judah. Let's find out why I call myself that. You understand? So you see yourself on this sound right here. You see what the world calls man, woman, and child, and you see what God calls man, woman, and child. God has a chosen people. Deuteronomy 7:6. Let's get Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Right? So God has a chosen people, man. And he chose them to keep it.
Yeah.
This is your history, brother.
Right.
See, what you found out is the Bible.
Some people might be like,
You said what?
some people might not want.
See, if you was a heathen, we'll say no.
Right.
Cause you're not on this sound right here. What's the
look it
point?
up, man.
This your heritage. This your history, right? Hey,
No, I'm saying you're not going to be baptized, right?
yeah.
I can't really hear you, Papa.
My bad. I was saying that it's a prophecy because it's prophesied that here we're not going to be baptized now.
Right. You fulfill the prophecy. You're not gonna be here. See, that's what Isaiah 1:2. My brain saw Isaiah 44.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant,
Right?
and Israel.
And what?
And Israel.
Right. Jacob, you heard of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Right? So, and the Lord said, here, oh what? Read that again from the top.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant,
My servant, right?
and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Whom I have chosen. God's chosen people are the Israelites. Right? Chosen people of God, man. Read.
It says, thus saith the Lord that made thee.
That made thee. The Lord made us. And he chose us to be a special people. Right? Unto himself. Above all people. You understand? So let's find out why we calling ourselves American Black and Jamaican, Haitian, and Hispanic. Let's find it out. Jeremiah 17:4. Right? And let me get Job chapter 8 verse 8. Bring me that, and let me get
Jeremiah 17 and verse number 4. Bring it out. And thou, even thyself,
and thou even thyself
shall discontinue
shall discontinue me. Stop
from thine heritage.
from thine heritage. Heritage come with a language, a dress code. You know, your culture, the way you eat. You know, the way you move, how you conduct yourself. A heritage. It said, the Lord said you would discontinue from your heritage. Right, read.
That I gave thee,
Right, the Lord gave us a heritage that he gave us. Right, read.
and I will cause thee to serve thine enemy.
What is slavery?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemy.
What is oppression?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. And the land which thou knowest not,
Right?
for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
We made the Most High upset. So us making the Most High upset, God upset, he allowed our heritage to stop.
Right.
Now we serving our enemies.
Right,
You know about slavery, right?
right.
That's the question. Right? What nation of people that slaved us? What they look like?
Oh, European.
Europeans. Right? They say, I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. And the things that are serving us, what we have to partake in? Education.
Right,
You know, all the knowledge.
Right.
We bring all the knowledge, philosophies, doctrines,
right.
all the logical things that they put out of what they do. We have to partake. We partake in it. So we're serving our enemies. This is why we call ourselves African American,
right.
right? But let's go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
This is the book, Deuteronomy 28 and verse number 15.
Check it out.
But it shall come to pass,
Right?
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right? So Moses, you know about Moses. Moses speaking to the Israelites. You know about Moses, right? Famous man, right? So he's speaking to the Israelites saying it will come to pass, meaning it will happen. So Moses is prophesying, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
All his what?
All his commandments.
So this will happen if you don't listen to the Lord by doing his commandments. Read.
And his statutes.
And his statutes.
Which I command thee this day.
Which he command thee this day. Read.
That all these curses.
That what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now what I love to say, what people are in a generational curse? What nation of people today? That's in a generational curse.
Right.
And we the only ones that say it. Don't no other nation say it.
Right.
That's a question. If you didn't know. Because curse is a good thing or a bad thing.
Man, you already know.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's find out some generational curses. Let's go to verse 16.
Verse number 16. No curse shall thou be in the city.
It says, curse shall thou be in the city. What nation of people that are cursed in the city? They own dope. Strong out on dope. They prostitute themselves.
Damn.
The men and the women.
Damn.
They get drunk. Right? They party, jumping on cars. Doing all type of drugs, just doing everything. We can name it. All wicked things they doing in the city. What nation of people today that are dwelling in the city? That's cursed in the city. That's a question. Who they look like? Is it the white man in the city?
You already know.
Is it the Chinese man in the city? The East Indian man sagging his pants, talking about some trying to hoodoo? No, he's not doing none of that. It says, curse shalt thou be in the city, and what else?
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. One nation of people was cursed in the field. Picking strawberries and cotton.
Right.
And bringing gold.
Right.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right.
This is what happens to the Israelites if they don't keep the commandments.
Right.
But you see in the city, what people are dwelling in the city, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives that you see in the city, doing whatever they want to do, not keeping the commandments of God. Right? Follow me?
Yeah.
Right? So let's go to another one. Let's go to verse 30.
Verse number 30. No. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with
Verse
her.
32.
Verse number 32. Thy sons and thy daughters.
Hey, that's tough too though, that verse 30. You know, you shall betroth the wife and another man shall lie with her.
Damn.
You go into the history of the so-called white man. He married a woman, but he had to watch. I don't want to get too vulgar, but you had to watch a woman end up being with the enemy. Bro, you understand? Right, so bring that up, verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters.
It say what?
Thy sons and thy daughters.
Thy sons and thy daughters
shall be given unto another people.
shall be given into another people. Right, read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all that they long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
So when they take our kids, we won't have the strength to get them back.
Right.
We won't have it at all.
Right.
Because we gave our strength towards all type of idols of this world.
Right.
We gave up our power. Our power is Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. Who the world calls God and who the world calls Jesus Christ. Right, you understand? Right?
Yeah.
So hey, our kids been taken away. Our kids still getting taken right now.
By ice.
You see, by ICE, right? Kids being locked up in 18-wheelers. You seeing millions of kids in 18-wheelers, kidnap kids,
Right.
doing all type of things to us, giving out organs to old white men.
Right.
Right, that's what's going on today.
I don't want to interrupt you, though, bro. Where you be posting this at?
We gotta we gonna get a flyer, We be posting this up by Chicago.
My sister needs to hear you, man.
All
My
praise to the
old
Most
sister.
High.
I'm gonna get up out of here, though, bro. I'm gonna let her. I can't take this, bro.
All praise to the Most High.
Yeah, man.
Just
My sister
sincerely,
prays,
just
man. I'm riding the
not
car.
putting you
Just going up and down.
That's
You know the no. 4G towers that we got,
Yeah, I
5G
got
towers.
one.
It's funded by the government, and they got some with the code. They put the code
I believe
shop
that.
in.
Sorry,
So at a certain time, they gonna switch it on, and we all gonna die.
the Lord might.
Man.
He don't want to teach you.
You know what I'm saying?
All praise to the Most High.
How crazy that sound?
Hey, you an Israelite, brother. You a Jew, brother. Let's give it up for the Lord, man. That's another. The Lord just edifying, man. We got
Right.
the feast coming up.
Right.
You know, we got joy and mirth coming.
Right. Right.
Hey, but we still got to be diligent, though.
Right.
Because Satan is lurking, man.
Right.
Right? He's lurking. Let me get Psalm chapter 10, verse 8. How you doing, sister? 2 minutes for God. 2 minutes, sister.